大家早上好，欢迎大家来参加我们这个国际金融投资博览会那个多伦多会展第2天的这个活动。下面要进行这个演讲的呢是来自 Market Asset Management 的创始合伙人Gary Brooksby 先生。
This time around, the difference is it was systematic, and because of that, it was more threatening. In past financial crises, what you've seen is it's been isolated to an industry or a sector, but this time around, it was to the whole financial system. Fixing the financial crisis has taken a whole lot of money. Estimates are upwards of about $2 trillion. That's not billions, that's trillions of dollars globally.
This is important, especially in uncertain times such as we have now, because the funding partner assumes the financial risk, and we protect and conserve our treasury.
保持这一个合同的在这个仓位呢，一定要是50%的起始保证金要求。换句话说，在这个例子当中呢，就是740块美金。换句话说，你现在有一开始是有1480块美金，之后呢，你只需要740块美金就可以保证这一个合同10万元的欧元兑美金这个仓位。
Clearly Canadian again. The beverages is so well known. Historically, about 75% of the product was sold in the U.S., 25% in Canada. The company really invented, with that bottle right there, what's known as the alternative beverage category, which is so big now with the Red Bulls and the Monsters and the Snapples. This product was the first one that came in between those full sugared sodas and the really bad diet drinks at the time, like the Tabs of the world.
Welcome to the 9th Annual Global Chinese Financial Forum Conference official ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you for joining us this morning. Wonderful.
1, 2, 3. Go.
strengths. We have such a beautiful cultural mix, and we're well positioned to do business internationally. And that was very evident to me earlier this year when I led a business mission to China, the largest business mission we've ever taken. And I say business mission because it wasn't a political mission, it was a business mission.
Toronto has diversity. The diversity of economy and a multi-sectorial business base ensures sustained growth even through uncertain times. From aerospace to cultural industries to biotechnology, Toronto has one of the broadest economies.
谢谢，你好，欢迎到 GCFF. Merci pour avoir participé à cet événement GCFF. Thank you for coming to the GCFF.
This time, by including the topic of invest in China in this year's forum, I'm sure it will provide great opportunity for Chinese Canadians and investors in China and Canada to explore more about business and financing opportunities in both countries.
Now, this is a very exciting time in financial markets, and when I sat down at my computer to write some notes for this talk, I called it the best financial crisis ever. And in some ways, I'm going to tell you why I think it's a great crisis. This crisis brings out things we needed to know and things we needed to deal with, things that we couldn't put off. So I think it's a great idea. It's first off because human behavior is unpredictable. And worse than that, whenever there's a crisis, fear takes over. And when fear takes over, people do unpredictable things. Now, there's an important financial lesson for everybody here today. We've all been told to diversify our portfolios, correct? But in really bad times, that doesn't work. Why? Because everybody sells everything. When people get frightened, and they're frightened in this market, they dump everything. They sell everything but the kitchen sink, and maybe they'll sell the kitchen sink too. So assets have trouble finding their true value. So even if you're diversified, you're probably not going to do that well. And in a crisis, everybody's going to lose money. The second reason this is a great crisis, first reason is people have to know that finance is not a science. You have to understand that and act accordingly. The second reason the crisis is a good crisis is that there are lessons for everybody here. Lessons for how the crisis got started and lessons for how to get out of the crisis. But I think it raises in my mind actually a much more important question. Many people talk about the wonderful things in the Chinese economy, all of which are true. The high growth rate, the growth into new businesses, the GNP per capita growing, all of that's true. But you know what I think the most interesting thing about the Chinese economy is none of that. I think what's interesting about China is the challenge for Chinese economic managers. Large population, huge growth, need to provide jobs and growth for people across the country, huge territories, small countries, agriculture. People forget how hard it is to run a country. And to run the Chinese economy is very difficult.
We also have an interest in the offshore area of Western Newfoundland for oil and gas.
我们也在这个西纽芬兰地方离岸的地方也有这个油跟着细的权益。
When we got to the low here on Friday, when really crummy numbers came out from capacity utilization and other things, market didn't go to a new low. Then on Friday we had more really crummy data come out. Market didn't go to a new low again and started to bottom out at higher lows, which suggests that the worst of the selling pressure may be backing off and markets may quietly be starting to get a bit of support.
Currently, the work on a project that was supposed to go ahead with the announcement of the Galore Creek project last year was the advancement of the power line up along Highway 37, which would service that project. It was placed on halt by the province when Teck and NovaGold announced that they were rethinking the project and putting it on hold.
On top of that, ETFs today you can buy to cover the fixed income or bond markets all around the world, and also commodity markets. You can also buy currency-based ETFs. So you can buy an ETF that has gold or silver or broad commodities so that you can get exposure to these very simply without having to run around the corner to the bank branch to buy a gold bar. You can buy an ETF that gives you gold directly, and you hold it as if you held gold directly.
呢個好重要嘅 ，Pfizer 係全世界最大嘅藥廠。舊年大概好似做咗48 billion 全世界最大嘅藥廠。但係如果有事出嚟咧，因為我哋喺加拿大獨家嘅 manufacturer 幫到 Pfizer。如果譬如你食咗 Viagra， 你食咗 Lipitor 有事嘅時候，你會告邊個？你告我啊，你定告 Pfizer？ 因為個牌子係 Pfizer 噶嘛。
咁如果你係想比較另外一方面，我係要做呢個財富管理、信託服務，甚至乎一啲係私人嘅投資銀行服務，我哋都有，或者係一個私人嘅理財 private banking。
而家係好波動，一日可以上5.5%，一日可以跌5%，根本都唔知佢上定落。我哋話而家既然你唔知嘅時候，會點咧？兩邊都買晒 ，OK？ 咩叫兩邊買晒？我又買 call 又買 put。因為我唔知佢上定落，但係我知道佢一上就5%，一跌就5%。我呢邊就買2蚊，呢邊就買2蚊，或者5蚊whatever。如果買咗嘅時候，突然間一起身，哇跌咗888點喎，呢個咪3蚊、4蚊、5蚊、6蚊、7蚊一路咁落啊？呢個咪10000啊？聽日起身，哇上翻999點喎，哇呢度有3蚊、4蚊、5蚊、6蚊、7蚊，呢咪10000啊？我話俾你聽啊，過去嗰3個禮拜，你是但起身每一日你做呢兩招，夜晚收柴，朝頭早種秧，夜晚收割，朝頭種秧，日日都種。
那么这个1块钱变100万，我只指的一个例子，比如说免税的投资的功效，它的威力。至于投资什么方向的话，你的很多方向，比如股票、基金、债券。那么当然你要做到100%的收益，那是比较难。这我只是举例子，加了它的奖励，增值了以后，还要想让它省税，才是双管齐下、双赢的方法。
If we look at the evolution of the financial crisis since which began in 2007, you try to think of the financial markets as a pawn with the U.S. subprime mortgages in the middle.
But regardless, where are you going to make that much money in a day? I mean, the volatility is there. You just have to know where to look for it. 3 things that I'll teach you in my classes. It's called tradable, trend, and track. Those are the 3 T's that you have to understand about trading stocks.
各位來賓，咁啊，我哋環球財經咧就會喺我哋嘅攤位704有個好簡單嘅酒會，簡單雞尾酒嚟到幫大家去歡迎大家嚟到支持我哋今日嘅活動。希望你可以嚟到呢個攤位704環球財經同埋我哋財經服務可能大概有20%嘅內容係要俾錢，嗰啲俾錢嗰啲咧，我哋叫做會員。嗰啲會員咧，今日我哋有免費優惠，你可以3個月嘅時間唔使錢。咁睇完係睇到嗰啲我哋有啲專家，因為我哋有好多我哋。
我们现在要抽的第一个奖项是由这个 HSBC 那个向我们提供资助的这个200块钱现金，由这个 HSBC 的助理副总裁兼分行经理郑玉玲女士来进行抽奖。0971404。Oh, finally we have the winner! Congratulations! Just give me your ticket. 0971404. Yeah, right. Just take a picture. See, it's real, eh? OK 那下面我们来抽的是我们这个公司提供的这个大奖，叫做一个小的黄金的金属，由我们这个公司的高级副总裁 Gilbert Chen 先生来帮我们抽奖，来。0971516，这是一个纯金的金属，哇，反了哦 ，really？ 0971516。Oh, okay, good. Should we take it out? Yes. Just show you this. Whoa. 好了，那我们今天的活动到此就为止了啊！谢谢大家参加我们这个活动，希望明年大家继续来支持我们。Thank you， 拜拜。